Thank you for joining me here on Court Farm for episode 32 with me, Mr. Sealy P. Back here on Court Farm, and it's time for the big one. This is where we make our fortune. Straw pellets for everyone. We have got our canola harvest OSR to do for Court Farm, which we'll get over to. I've already taken the liberty of purchasing a couple of the bags, the global goods bags. I know a lot of people have done videos on this. I personally have done videos on this as well. So the straw pellets, we've done hay pellets, but the straw pellets, and the beauty being we've got the two fields we did in the last episode on our fields. I've done 2 contracts which are complete, field 74 and field 95. Both contracts are completed, and the straw is on the fields that we have got access to. Now this is going to be cheaper, and if we go across to the Primos 5000, if we click on that without any combinations, if we lease that, that's 16,320. Now bearing in mind as well, you've got your hay you've produced and that kind of thing, and that would then pelletize with a 4:1 ratio, so you're compressing everything down 4 times. If we go to animals, and what I have got, actually I'm thinking price wise, I don't know really, 43 grand for the Mech Fiber 365, 22,800 litres, which is great. I'm absolutely happy with that. No registration. We can leave that design as it is. I think we probably will. To lease that, 2,193. Big difference. 2,193 and 16 grand. The Primos will hold 9,000 litres of pellets. This will do 22,800 potentially. So do we want to lease it? Yes, we do. And then what's going to be a little bit more expensive, but again, it doesn't matter. If we come out and we go to our belt systems. Oh, please tell me you absolute melt. Okay. I thought I had it. Right, we should be alright now. Twice this has happened now, and I'm getting a bit frustrated. I don't know if anyone else is encountering this. But field 74 that was sitting there just a minute ago saying completed. I took my tea break, came off, came back on again. That completed contract, which I hadn't claimed on, hadn't collected my money, has vanished. I had another one, field 132, which I'd also done prior to me coming on and doing this bit. That had vanished as well. So I haven't collected, I've completed them, haven't collected, I've come off the game, come back in again, and they're disappearing. So anyway, field 95 is where we're going to be heading out to. So what I need to do now then is, hopefully this is going to be here now. Again, you've seen me use this before. There we go, the forage pickup. I'm going to put it, I often just have it a lighter colour. It's easier to see than red. I mean, it doesn't matter. So 3,340. So what's that combined? I mean, 5-6 grand compared to 16. So what I'm going to do, hopefully, I'm going to drive this out, use this to pick up straw on the harvest fields that I'm doing the contracts on. The money for the contract will pay for the stuff I'm leasing. So I've said this before, the straw is a bonus. That's all over and above, as it is on our fields as well. Those bags, I've leased them. They were £51 each to lease. There are 1,000 to buy. I mean, I'm probably going to need more of those, actually, thinking about it. So what we're going to do is head out to field 95, start on that. We will then also get our field done as well. What I'm hoping this is going to do, because I'm using a feed wagon, I'm going to hopefully unload the feed wagon into the bags. Even if I have to put the bags on the floor, that's not a problem, because they've got an auto load and a discharge side. So I'm hoping it'll work. I mean, that's our plan. Out to field 95, and then, like I say, once I've got this underway and I know this is working, provided I don't lose any more contracts, I think I'm down. The 2 contracts I had completed, I had delivered all the stuff I needed to deliver, so everything was done, complete. I think I'm down 6 grand, so I might have to claim that back from the farmers, because to me it seems a bit dicey. It's like, here's the money we owe you, and then all of a sudden they don't pay it. So yeah, we're owed about 6, but I could just accept the fact. I mean, you saw it was on the previous clip. You can go back to it and have a look. Field 74, contract complete. It was sat there. It was done. It's frustrating me. Anyway, all that being said, watch this not work now. Just to teach me a lesson. Field 95 is an interesting one. It's kind of a little U shape, I guess. One side's got a gate and the other side's really wide open. You'll see when we get there. It's strange. I wonder what's happened, but unless the gate, it had a fence around it originally. See the gate just there that takes you into the field. The gate's just there. Then you got this bit here, which is just open anyway. So I'm assuming there was a fence used to come all the way around, and the fence has just been broken or something. I don't know. Okay, what is happening? I'm annoyed. I'm really annoyed now. I left all the straw swath on the floor. This is field 95. Has this disappeared as well now? Field 95. Harvesting complete. All the straw swath was left on the floor. And it's all gone. I understand that when I've done it sometimes and it's just... And I've completed the contract by accident. That should have been a whole field of straw I had access to. Right, we'll go down to our field. We'll have to do it down there. That's really annoyed me. I suppose the thing now... It was the beauty of when we moved from 17 to 19, wasn't it? Was it 17 or 15 to 17, whichever one it was, 17 to 19, that when you were doing contracts previously, you couldn't save partway through a contract. And that was, well, I mean, way back now. And then when we had that option added in, that you could be partway through a contract, save the game, come out, come back, and the contract would still be sitting there. That was perfect. But this is, I don't know whether this is something to do with the straw harvest pack. I haven't encountered it before. And that's twice now. The contracts that, well, why in me saving the game, coming out and coming back in again with my front forage pickup, would all of the straw swath on that field have vanished? Let's get down to our field. Like I said, I brought the harvester back down, but that'll take it back up to 113. So it's almost like now, if I'm going to do this process, you have to do it all. I can save the game, that's not a problem. I can save the game as I go, but I can't exit the game and come back again without something going wrong. It only seems to be these harvesting ones. I haven't had a problem with it with baling contracts, but we'll see. And then we'll get this going, and then I will get some more because I've got a... I'm so annoyed that I forgot to put the forage pickup in. If I'd have put the forage pickup in, it wouldn't have been a problem. Both the contracts would be there. Both fields had straw on them. Tiny hiccup has caused this. I know people argue, well, you shouldn't be able to do it anyway, but that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if it's wrong. I'm joking, of course. Or am I? If I go here now and all the straw swaths are gone off my own fields, I am going to hit the roof. I have to bring the bags down. But when I get to do it on contract fields, there should be so much of it. Like I said, pellets for everyone. Please be straw swaths on this field. I don't even want to look up. I don't even want to see. Looks like they are. Yep. Phew is all I can say. Right. Pipe out. That's what should happen now. There we go. Pellets, baby! If you look to the bottom, saying 4,000 litres of pellets. Now the amount of straw we've done, if I was using a baler, I would have probably a 4,000 litre bale by now. If you use the pelletizer and you do this, it compresses it down, so it's requiring 4 times as much to make the pellets. Another reason why that pelletizer will only hold 9,000 litres. But this, we're getting 1 for 1 pretty much. Although, filling up, looks like it, but it looks like it's black. What is happening with all this at the moment? It's not actually showing pellets in there. It's all gone a bit peculiar. As long as it unloads as pellets, and I can use the pellets, I'm not too bothered. I mean, I'm not too bothered. I don't bother. Of course, I'd rather have the pellet texture, but. Oh, this is good. This is good. Hopefully it will give me the option to unload into the bag. If it does, even better. That's 1 pass and we're nearly at 20,000 litres of pellets. Nice. There we go. So what I'll do, I'll go and bring the bags down. We'll put one of the bags here by the discharge chute, and it should give me the option to unload. It'll unload directly into the bag. Then we can store it all up, do that field next, and then I'm just hoping none of the other ones go. I can complete on that now then, because there's no straw in the field. And hopefully I get reimbursed my money. I'm still waiting for one of those big fields to come up, but I'll have to do that in one hit. I can't risk doing it, coming off, coming back in again, and all the straw having disappeared again, or the contract having vanished. And I mentioned that in the last one. It's one of these ones. 46 or 88, or even 90. Some of the big ones. I want one of those to pop up, and then we'll be fine. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Right. Okay, let's get the bags then and see if this works. I mean, it might work directly onto the trailer, but the bags are liftable anyway, so you don't have to. You can pick them up with all sorts of stuff. Big bag handlers and things like that. That's what we'll do. So we'll give it a try anyway. Stop there, do that and that. Engine off. Try and grab a bag. These are like the big old, I mean they're not open at the top, but they're like the big old rubble sack. I mean I know they're seed bags or whatever you want to call them, but put that there. Will it give me the option to unload into it? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Yes! Just wasn't on the thing, that's all. Yeah, for some reason that's come up as black on there, and there's no animation of it unloading. And why have I got a bit of straw in there? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, please tell me something horribly wrong. Is that filling up? It is filling up. It is working. First unload done. I mean, that might work on the trailer potentially. 22,785 litres of straw pellets in there. We'll move that over to the side out of the way, just for the time being. We can move the trailer and stuff around. You have to be careful with these. That's why we've got an auto load and a discharge. If I put the auto load or the discharge next to the auto load of another one, you can transfer from bag to bag to bag. So I need to be careful that I don't accidentally. What I might do on the next one is I think this is going to be too high. If I have this next to the let's put it that way around just for the time being. Put a strap on that. So next time it's full, I'll drive alongside with the bag. Actually, what I probably should do is use the one that's already got some in it. Otherwise I'm going to part bags all over the place. Put that down the side there. Whoa! I'll put that into the next fill for later. What? Let's bring it back through and put it there. See if it'll unload on the trailer. Let's save me taking it on and off. But I think it might be a little bit too high for it to actually register the bag's entry point. But we'll see. If not, no biggie, take the bag off. So, I shall continue. I'm curious to see what we're going to end up with. That was 20,000 litres on one pass. I got 2 bags, and they're 200,000 litres each. And I thought, oh, there's no way I'm going to fill those. I don't know, you know. Oh, does that go straight in? Oh! Anyway, of our 2 fields at least, and then I'm going to keep my eye on those big old contract fields. If I take in one of those. The amount of pellets, I mean, again, to be fair, I was thinking pelletizing them, because pelletizing them will allow me to store them and use them for bedding and that kind of stuff. So what I think I might do, I'm going to run the pelletizer and get a few pallets that I can store. The rest I can take in the bags and sell. I can sell loose to the sell point. I don't need to produce tons and tons of pallets. I will run some through, but the rest, yeah, I can just take and sell. So once I've done this process and I've bagged them, just take the bags up to the sell point and whoosh, away we go. Ho, 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 ho. This is going to be. This will make our fortune. This will make us some money. This is how you make the pellets work for you. So let's turn it off. I'll pull up alongside. I don't think it will, but you never know. No, it's too high. That's fine. I think they just put some inside the bag. Not to worry, right. Okay, well it was worth a try because it would have been a lot easier. I say a lot easier. Like it's a real hassle. Oh, it's so much hard work. No, it's fine. Right. Do that, 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 that. Yeah, that is bugging me a little bit. I wonder if it's because it's a modded one. I wonder if I used... I mean, I know it's going to be a bit of extra money, but what I might do... Let's see what we've got under animals. I might just get a smaller, just to try it, because I am curious. I say smaller. Huh, they're not smaller, are they? And then I just go bigger. Huh. I'm going to end up spending the same money. How much is that? 229. For the sake of testing it, and again, like I say, I think because we'll make the money back. We'll make it back selling the pellets, he says. I'm going to whiz up and get that one. Try it with the other one. I know it'll work, it'll make the pellets. I'm just wondering whether I'll get the pellet look inside and whether I'll get an unload, whether it's just because this is modded maybe that it's not doing it. I don't know. That's shut, that's moved. Move out of the way. Right, I'm going to go and grab the other one and see, because I am curious. Okay, let's go. Let's give it a try. Might do the same thing. Nope, getting a texture in there. I think it might be because it's modded. Oh, that's frustrating, so I thought it'd be really cool. Anyway, I mean, it's still doing the job. And I've ended up leasing a second one, but like I say, it doesn't matter. I just thought I wanted to use the Keenan mech fibre. I can't remember what, I didn't even look to see what this held. I just grabbed it. I think Kaleb will be very happy with the profits. If only this were a real thing. If only this could work. I mean, you can make money. Of course you can. Anything that's considered a byproduct, that's waste that could be thrown away. If you can utilise it, if you can recycle it, if you can make money from it, then it's profit. You know, there is some cost impact if you've got to get machinery and equipment to actually utilise it, but the actual material itself, all good. Just to see if this works, I'll get the rest of this done and then we'll crack on over to Cork Farm and we'll get their canola harvest underway. Where's our unload? That side. What is it? Where's the front? What am I doing? Yeah, it's not showing an unload, that's why. Still showing it in there. Well, that unloaded quickly. Wow. Now we're looking here now. 67,570. I guarantee if I was using the Primos, I would not have got 67,000 litres of straw pellets off this field already. There's absolutely no way. So, Brucey bonus. Brucey bonus. Right, I'm going to continue. I'll see when this is all done. We'll see how much we've got. I'm going to put some in and get the pelletizer. The pelletizer running some pellets I'm going to store. They'll be used for bedding, potentially feed, that kind of thing. But I will put those in there, and then we'll get the canola harvest done on Cork Farm. That is the plan. Sorry, I know I'm back again. I just had a sudden brainwave. I thought, hang on a minute, I'm pretty sure loaders and stuff can attach to these. so you can have it like it's almost like pelletized or something, which could make life a little bit easier for transporting, especially in the field. And I think I'm right, it puts like longer forks underneath, so when you come to deliver or load up and stuff like that, you can do it like that. So I haven't got to keep picking it up, which I suppose would be a little bit more realistic, and it means wherever I get full I can take this to that rather than the other way around. I just thought I'd show that in case you weren't aware of it, but I'm sure it used to be able to do that. Anyway, it's only me back again. Right, I got 263,892 litres of straw pellets. The 200,000 litres in that big bag are going to go off to be sold. The 63,892 are going to go... Oh yeah, that was what I was going to show you. Look, I got all my pallets out when I was delivering them, and that one decided it was going to stick in the ground, and I can't get it out. I thought that would be... Unlike the straw on the contracts and the contracts that keep disappearing every time I go out and come back in again, I thought I'll go out, I'll come back in again, and that will have popped out the ground. Nope. It's all fun and games here on Stonebridge Farm. Anyway, let's get that open. That open. I noticed that one folds... Oh, they both do. I was just looking at a different angle. Where's our light switch? Lights, this looking terrible in here again. I'm hoping if I just hold this over it, and I can leave this on the floor as it is. I can put 2 or 3 of these in here to store up, but what I should be able to do is put this over the hopper and unload into that. There we go. We're off. Okay, so now what's going to happen is it going to complete that pallet, and is it going to make it... I reckon it's going to make it all straw. I'll leave that there for the moment, because that's all hay, but I reckon the top layer is going to be straw. So it could make the whole pallet straw, it could make it hay. Doesn't matter either way around. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to run this lot through, and I'm going to have hay... No, I'm going to have straw pellet pallets. The other 200,000 litres of loose I'm going to take straight away and sell. And then any more contracts we get, what's that going to wrap it as? Hay. That's alright. So even though that top layer was a little bit of straw, it has done the whole lot of hay, that's good. And then the rest now shall chug away, and I'll keep going with that. I don't have to, I could just let that hopper run down. Has that all disappeared already? That's weird. That hopper was full. What's going on? I could just put that bag down now. I don't technically have to keep it running, but I do want to get some straw pellets. I'll see how many I get from what I've put in there already. If it's not enough pallets, I'll keep going. If not, I'll use that one next. If I get a contract, that works and I get straw left over. I was finding when this was producing before, I was getting a little bit of lag, so potentially we might. So what I'm going to do now is drive all the way over to the other side of the map to our pallet sell point and sell this 200,000 litres, which should hopefully make us a tidy bit of money. Byproduct of our linseed and our wheat harvest. I'm determined I'm going to get some off of these contract fields. Like I say, I'm going to wait for one of those big ones to come up, and I'm going to absolutely steam it. We will make our fortune. We will become a pellet magnate, the pellet baron, something like that. Something weird and bizarre. Anyway, see you over there in a minute. I'm going to get onto this canola, I promise. Before the end of the episode, we will start doing the canola harvest for Court Farm. Can't see the traffic that way, but we'll just go for it. Let's do this. Making straw pellets profitable, I hope. Hope this doesn't fall flat on his face. It'd be really embarrassing. Wouldn't be the first time. Just have to roll with it. It might take it directly from the trailer, it might not. Might have to take the bag off, I don't know. There we go. We are making money. Let's see where we end up, shall we? Luckily we have a specially made hole in the bottom of the trailer which allows for it to drain straight through. And you can see there's a little pipe that goes through. Yes, specially made trailers. That's what we'll do. Let's take the straps off for the moment. Because as the bag shrinks, the straps won't be working anyway. We are making money, people. We're making money. Oh, it's a good day to be alive on Court Farm. Oh, my indicator on. Oops. Turn off. Yeah, we're looking. We're looking good. We are looking very good. Will we hit 100 grand? What were we on? We came in 289. Oh, I don't know. Don't think we. We might, you know. So, Caleb, if you're watching this one, straw pellets, mate. That's where you want to go. Provided you can get the equipment and the prices and if you can get it to work like this. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yep, we've made 100. Oh. You can like it, you can loathe it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I mean, you don't have to hate either. You can love both, of course you can. Right, that's that done. Now off to Court Farm to get turn those off. To get this harvest underway. I just need a couple of fields that pay me that sort of money again. Cha-ching! I have grabbed Court Farms New Holland. I've grabbed their header on its header trailer. It's just a little bit tight to do it around the yard without. I've only got to go just to here and then the field next to it. So once we're into the field, we'll be fine. God, their harvest is looking pristine. I think I've kept up with exercising the horses, if I recall correctly. I have experienced one game crash since the pelletizer started running again. I don't know if it was that or not. I hope it doesn't keep happening. Let's open that up. I know for most of you watching it means nothing, you know. But it's. I might say that, maybe it does, but this is a momentous moment. It is. I know I keep harping on about it, and that's what I mean. But for most people, it won't mean anything. But for me, this is how it all started. This was the message from Caleb, the messages from Caleb, the phone call from Caleb, the conversations that have been had. This was the crop. The fields needed to be ploughed. It needed to be sorted. It had to be OSR going in. So actually, you know what I need to do? Okay. Yep. Now I can't remember this. This is going to be absolute. This is result city. This is win, win, win. Oh, who was it messaged me? And I don't know if this is across the spectrum because I haven't tried it. This is because it was never a thing, and I don't know if it was specific to a map update or map updates or whether it's the game. But you can get straw swath now from Canola, and I didn't know if it was specific to this map. Someone messaged me a while back, mentioned it, and then I've had 2 or 3 people message me. And again, because normally if I'm doing Canola, I don't put my straw swath on because I don't enable it because there's no point. So as it turns out now, literally as I started, I suddenly thought, hang on a minute, I haven't got my straw swath on. Maybe I should try it because it might work. You know, it's not supposed to. So I'm going to say this now then. I technically now don't need to pick up any of those other contracts. Look at the size of the field here. We've got a court farm. And the one next to it, and we're going to get all the straw off this as well. So what I will do is when we go, we'll pelletize this, and when I sell this, I will kick back to Court Farm as well because it's their straw. So technically we will buy the straw from them, we'll pelletize it and we'll sell it, and we'll split the money. I'm not saying we'll split it 50-50, but we will split it. I could split it 50-50, but we'll see how much we get. That'll be done off camera though, I would think. But the funny thing is, I think it's very Freudian, very deep psychological stuff. When I was sorting everything out, and the forage pickup header and the animal feed mixer that I've got on the Puma, I drove them up here. Puma? Yeah, I drove them up here and parked up to go and get this harvester out. So as it's turned out, because I was going to drive from here and head over to wherever it is, field 113, where I've got it's either straw or oats, I can't remember which it is, contract ongoing. I've got to take the harvester out as well, haven't I? I brought the harvester back because I was having problems with contracts, and then suddenly thought I should have just left it in the field. I don't know why I brought it back. So as it turns out, I probably don't need to worry. It is worrying the fact there's a problem with the contracting. I'm not quite sure, like I say, why it's doing it. But then it's that first world problem of, no, I don't know. I'm justifying myself when we've had this conversation many times before. In the real world, farmers will harvest their crop. Some harvesters will utilise their straw swath. Some won't drop a small straw swath. They'll just spread it out as residue. And some farmers will still do the straw swath, and then other farmers will come in and they'll use it. Contractors will come in. Someone might come in and bale it for the farmer. So it's not always the farmer that uses it, but he can then sell it on, or he might just say, look, you know what, I just want rid of it. I don't want anything for it. Just come and get it. If you want it for bales or whatever, take it away. So it's not uncommon. It's not unusual. I'm acting like it's a thing you shouldn't do. Absolutely, there's no reason at all why you should be able to. This is going to be alright. Again, so this is for Court Farm. It's Court Farm's harvester. It's their tractor and trailer up on the hill. I will put it into their silo. Whether they're going to decide to sell it immediately or not, I don't know. Again, that's entirely up to them. We'll just do the harvest for them. We haven't actually, from when I started out on this, and I said I had all that information regarding contractors and contracting work and what everything cost and what you could charge yourself out at, what rates for different jobs. I was writing everything down and then thought, well, as we started to do that kind of favour for a favour, you know, quid pro quo, I do this, you give me that, I do that, I can borrow a piece of your equipment, it then became less relevant about whether we made money from Court Farm and more about the sort of symbiotic relationship we ended up having as two farms linked, with Kaleb Cooper contracting and then down at Stonebridge Farm linked to Court. It was a mutually beneficial arrangement, so it didn't really matter so much, because I know someone did message me a little while back and said that when you started out you were talking about getting paid and you haven't really mentioned that since, because it sort of ceased to be as relevant as I thought it would be at the start. Once we're full, I'll get the trailer in. I need to make sure I save this regularly. I can't risk it crashing on me again. And then we'll see how much OSR we get. I said we'd get onto it, and here we are. I'm still keeping an eye out for that big contract popping up. It hasn't done yet, so I get to go in sort of a straight line. If we come back up to here, harvest contracts, there'll be one that pays sort of 6, 7, maybe even 8 grand. But it's not there yet, if it arrives at all. Sometimes the fields will go through a process of harvesting and stuff without you even touching them, so it might not at all. Nearly 11 o'clock in the morning. Done alright today so far. Next time you see me, I'm thinking potentially, because this was what I said we were aiming towards, was getting to this. Whoa, oh, I've done it again. Potentially, the next episode could be the last one. And next time you see it, well, I say next time you see me, but when we finish this episode, we'll be moving on to the last one. Go and get the tractor and trailer. We're back to unload it, and we'll crack on and see how we end up. I apologise if the last bit was very quiet. I'm going to be very honest with you about something now, if you're still watching, if you're still with me. My head is all over the place at the moment. I know I was saying about the van the other day, and I said about not being able to catch a break. I talk about mental health a lot, and I have said about it before. Sorry, I don't want to get upset, but Mrs. CDP I've mentioned, talked about before, has MS, and she's, the last 4 or 5 years, she's actually not been too bad. She has what they call an episode. Sort of every now and again, she'll have a day where her legs don't work particularly well. Sometimes her hands, her fingers don't work. She loses her dexterity. She has fallen over a couple of times on her way to work, from work, on the train. So I'm always terrified when she goes off to work in London that something could happen. And Monday when she woke up, she was really struggling, and she's having probably a worst break, I guess you'd call it, episode that she's had in probably the last 4 years. She was at the doctor's yesterday to be checked over. She's got to have some blood tests and stuff done. She's got some tablets for neurological pain. She's struggling to stand, and she's struggling to hold things. Her manual dexterity is quite bad. This, generally speaking, when it happens, will go away after normally a few days. It's not, so I'm sort of bouncing between being in the man cave, going in to help her. If she needs anything, I've been going in to help her. So even like making things, like making herself a cup of tea or something like that, she's struggling to hold a cup, and so I'm kind of bouncing backwards and forwards between doing bits and bobs. But what I have noticed is, because I'm sort of trying to sort the van out, get the van back, and get the tyre fixed to get the van back, and looking after her and doing a video. I know people say, look, I'm thinking of her absolutely 100% first, but my head's all over the place, and I'm making silly mistakes. I'm noticing I'm making silly mistakes, even down to when I'm editing, when I'm recording. When I said about the game crashed, I hadn't saved the game in the whole time I was recording. Now that I never do that. I mean, I used to, but then because there were problems way back when the game used to crash quite a lot, I got into that habit of making sure I was saving the game regularly. So I'd got to a point where I'd got all my recording done, then the game crashed, and I thought, well, I have saved it. When I came back on, it turned out I hadn't saved it way back. So it's taken me another hour and a half to get back to where I was to do this little bit of recording. And things like this with the straw swath with the OSR, and yeah, so I apologise if I am making mistakes. I don't have to talk about it, I don't have to explain, but I've always done that. I've always been very open about what's going on, and I know people do worry, like, I didn't post a video Sunday because we were away for a couple of days, or say for a couple of days, overnight. And then Monday I was doing loads of prep and I just didn't get a video up. And a couple of messaged me and said, you haven't put any videos up for a while. I thought, well, it's only been 2 days, to be fair. So if there is a gap, if, like, I don't know, what time is it now? 3:30 in the afternoon. I don't know if mods are going to drop today. If mods do drop today, I don't know if I'll get onto them. Because the thing for me as well is if mods drop at 3:30, 4, 4:30, by the time I get all the prep work done and the stuff done on them and they get them recorded, then edited and then up, I'm not normally back indoors from my man cave until sometimes 8:30 at night. So what would normally happen is Mrs. Silly P would crack on and sort out dinner. Sometimes I cook it, sometimes she does. Sometimes one of our girls, one of the twins, will be cooking for all of us. But what I've been trying to do the last few days is making sure I'm getting in at a sensible time so I can sort our dinner out and make sure that she's comfortable, and, you know, so I'll see how it goes, and I will post what I can when I can. Yeah, it's the worst it's been for a while. This has been the sort of, not that it's going to get progressively worse from here, but it's the worst bout she's had in a very long time, and it's been that thing since she was first diagnosed that I've been kind of dreading for a long time, you know. So we'll see how she goes. Like I say, fingers crossed. She's had these before, but very sort of short time. We'll see how things progress. But I'll see in a bit when this is done, and we'll see how much OSR we've got. I just wanted to do an unload and make sure we were going well, and we are. So from my parking space here at the farm, I shall spring into action while we are contracting the canola on the field. I'm going to make a start on pipe out. I'm going to make a start on pelletizing the straw off of it, so we can get both jobs done at the same time. I was just going to chug away. I thought, well, we're contractors. That's the whole point, isn't it? So we'll get both done at the same time. And as I'm saying this, what have they done? Mod started to drop. It's always the way. We'll see what happens. So this should work out very nicely indeed. I'll have to get the bags up and sorted. I think the pelletizing hall stopped. I think there's 3 pallets on the belt which are going to need to be removed. I can only be in, I say, one place. Yeah, I mean technically 2 places at a time. I've got a worker going, but doing this, I need to be Johnny on the spot to do this myself. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.